Well, hello and welcome. I never really planned to put my voice on any videos, but I thought for this video it might be useful just to explain to people what's going on. So this is the driveway to the house. So this is less about build today and just an update. You can see I've still got quite a lot of materials left over. I'm not getting rid of any of it until I know everything's done, and then I'll look at whether I can sell any or return any or just have to skip it. But here we are as we come down. Here we go, so there we go, get out of that bright sun. So there, you can see the house. I love how it looks as you walk down to it. We've had all the first fix done now, plumbing and electrics and mechanical ventilation. Let's take a quick look around the outside first. I know I haven't really shown it off properly. Last time I came along I just pointed out the electric wires have been put in. You can see, got the electrician back. We decided the lights were a bit too high, so we've had to drop it down. But I've got the brickie coming back next week just to fix all the little holes and point everything up. So here we are. So we come round the back of the house. Got the old shed at the back here. A wonderful chestnut tree that we've worked hard to keep safe. And then we have the back of the house. So we've got our side wall of the garage. We've got the back box. You might remember there, the back box. That's built into the house, so that just gets left there forever. Then we come onto the back of the house, back of the garage, and then the back of my study upstairs. Another of the features we built into the house here is the sparrow terrace. Again, permanently built into the wall of the house. Has that little metal catch at the front there. I don't know if you can just see that. You turn that down to pull the front off to clean it once a year. You don't clean the back boxes. You're actually legally not allowed to touch those once they're in place because bats are protected. You can see I'm going to have to get the ladder out because a bit of plastic just hanging there. That's from a bit of the... what is that from? That will be from the roof membrane. It has these plastic strips on you peel back for the sticky to be exposed. But anyway, that's the back of the house. You can see the sun here. It's 4 o'clock. The sun's starting to go down. There's the back door. You can see that window, that big window up there, Maya's bedroom. So at this time of the year, she gets to look out of her window. Down here, I'll just come around and show you, the beautiful snowdrops that always get every year around the base of the chestnut tree. Really beautiful. Loads of them. So that's great. Okay, so let's carry on with our journey around the back of the house. That's not a fault in the wall there, that is the expansion joint. It's such a long wall of brick. You're advised to put in an expansion joint just to allow for a little bit of compression without it cracking. So outdoor taps in place there. We're going to have another one on the side of the garage, but we don't need to put that in yet, so that one is in. And here we are with and then the window into what will be the dining room. That's where the saw pipe from Maya's ensuite comes through the wall. And then big pile of earth here that we're going to have to deal with at some point, but not for now. And where I'm standing right here at the back, there'll be a soak away in the ground here. This will deal with the rainwater coming from this back part of the house. There'll also be a big rainwater harvesting tank in the ground just here, which will be providing cold water to most of the toilets in the house. Oh, I almost forgot. If we take a look from here, we go up to the top of the house. We have another back box, because you're supposed to have a couple of different orientations so that they get different temperatures different times of the year. But also, I don't know if you can just make it out, it's not easy to hold the camera still. That dark brown brick there, another one there, and I think there's one on that side somewhere. There it is. That dark brown brick, see that hole? Those are 3 swallow boxes, or house martin, but I think swifts, swallows and house martins might all use those. Again, built into the wall. There's a nice little cavity sort of behind, and they're self-cleaning. Anyway, here's the back of the house. You can see the French windows. This area here will be our main sort of little patio area. Put some tables and chairs out here. We'll have some outdoor lights, so that'll all be good. Then we've got the big oak frame at the back of the house. Downstairs the lounge, upstairs the master bedroom. We'll keep making our way around. Temporary doors at the moment. We don't want to get the proper oak doors in until more work is finished, but there'll be a pair of oak French windows there, and upstairs there there'll be Juliet balcony doors. Keep coming around the house. I think that might be daffodils that will come up there. But anyway, we keep going around the house. See it from a different orientation. There's that mound of earth. Then we've just got this side wall here. This is the window, one of the windows to the master ensuite bathroom. Keep coming round. Get a different angle here. Downstairs ensuite. One of the windows to the downstairs bedroom. Left-hand window there is to Maya's upstairs room. She's got another window at the front, and that is another window to the master ensuite. Two big vents above there. You can see the two big dark grills. One is the air in for the mechanical ventilation, and one is the air out. And that's really the only route in and out of the house for air. The rest of the house is supposed to be as airtight as possible. And then we come back round to the front of the house. So that is it. That's the, well, sorry, just to finish off, that's the other window of the downstairs bedroom, and that's the other window for Noriko's office room upstairs. And then above the garage on this side is the other window for my office space there. Yeah, so that is the exterior of the building. We still have all the drainage to do, which is fine. We planned it for at the very end to avoid any large lorries or anything driving over the the pipes underneath. And that was recommended by several ground workers that I talked to. So I thought, hey, take the advice of the experts and do what they recommend. Right, let's go in and see what's going on in the house. Okay, we've still got some bits and bobs left over from other jobs. These insulation boards, we actually need those. I'll show you why in a minute. This is some of the vents for the mechanical ventilation that weren't used. We've got some pipe insulation that the plumber might need later. You've already seen that. I've shown sort of wiring stuff. Quite a lot of the metal frame is left over. The metal frame system. These are what's called the top hats. Turn one over, there you go. So these, your plasterboard is screwed directly to those. And if you look up, there you go. That's what it looks like. And you literally screw the plasterboard directly to this metal. It's how people are doing it a lot now. It's a lot quicker. The guys did the entire ground floor ceiling like this with this metal frame in just over a day. It took them probably about 9 hours, 10 hours maximum. Got the whole thing done, all lined up, all nice and level. So what we got here, we've got the perimeter conduit, trunking, I don't know what you call it. Trim, perimeter trim going up for the top hats and that to rest on. And this is the primary channel. Come through here. See, this is what it looks like when it's done. Angle bracket. Going in. Right, it's got the top hat going in. That's what the plasterboard actually attaches to. Right, and then the joiner came back yesterday to sort this out for me. This is the fire door casing, and you can see they had a problem. He had to cut some of the wall out to make it fit, but he came back yesterday and got that all sorted. So yeah, that's excellent. He's got that in. That was the last door casing that needed to go in. Still need a bit of a clean up in here, and it's quite dark as we come into what is the utility space. The doorway there into a downstairs toilet, and just to orientate us, as I turn around this way, you can see the back door that we saw from outside a minute ago. And all the door casings are in. That's another part of first fix joinery. This one is into the kitchen area, kitchen dining area. You can see in here we've got the kitchen space over here, where you come through that door. In front of you there'll be a big kitchen island. Obviously it's just a smooth floor at the moment, and then an L-shaped kitchen along this wall, along there. I do love how the light comes in at this time of the day. And then there's that window. This is the kitchen window we looked at from outside. You can still see, again, just to help you orientate yourself, there's those snowdrops that we were looking at before. And then there is the larger window that's next to where the dining table will be. That will be here. And then the French windows that will go out to the patio. We've still got more insulation board here. Again, I'll show you what that's for in a minute. This will be the lounge. That's where the flue from the log burner will go, and that pipe standing up there is for an air intake to the log burner. And then we've got our big oak frame, the downstairs part of the lounge, and of course the metal frame ceiling system that I was just talking about. Look at that, everywhere, very neat, very flat. We can see we've deliberately sort of left it so we just get to see oak. We'll be able to see more. Oh, I do that every time, I'm not pointing it very well. So right, we've got the metal frame system, and then as we look over here now, that bit of oak there, we're only going to have a tiny bit of oak visible once the plasterboard's in place. That's because the oak frame is it's not like engineered and stuff. It's not exactly level all the way around, so as we come around you can see that you'll see more of the oak exposed. We get around to this section here, if I zoom in, you see where that metal is attached, the plasterboard attaches to that, so we'll have a bit more oak visible there. And as we go further around, as we get to this side, this is where it's actually the highest, and we'll definitely be able to see the oak there. So it's not perfect, but that's the nature of oak frames, and I have no issue with that. That's part of the beauty of them. We've got the stud wall here that separates the lounge from the entrance. So now we're just basically standing in the entrance hallway. You come through the front door. So you'll come in, lights and everything over here. Another doorway here, which is to another downstairs bathroom. This one is a bit wider than the one I showed you before. There's the one I showed you from the utility room on the other side. This one's probably, I don't know, 40 centimetres wider, which doesn't sound a lot, but it is a lot. So this will be a much nicer space. And this is what we'll obviously use for people visiting. They'll be able to use that. Downstairs cupboard, coats and shoes. These are the temporary stairs. We won't keep these here. The stairs actually go down against that wall. And when they get to about there, they do a 45-degree bend to come straight towards me now. So these are just obviously here to make it safer to go up and down the stairs. You can see we've got the plasterboard here all stacked up, ready for Monday. The guys come in on Monday to start plasterboarding away. And then here we are in the downstairs visitor's bedroom, spare bedroom. Again, metal frames all in. You can also see the mechanical ventilation ducts. You might have noticed those when I was looking at the ceiling in the other rooms. These big plastic ducts. You see there's one in the bathroom here. Mechanical ventilation sucks hot, moist air out of all the bathrooms, kitchens, utility areas, so all of the ducts you see above those spaces are to remove air. And then the ducts that you see in bedrooms and lounge and dining area, they pump the fresh air in. This is the ensuite bathroom downstairs. The toilet will be there, sink will be dead ahead, and then there's a nice big walk-in shower that will be there. You can hear my Crocs squeaking away. Right, let's pop upstairs. I just thought it'd be nice to do a video. Again, apologies, I don't like the sound of my voice on video, but I'm afraid that's what you're stuck with. We come to the top of the stairs. The top of the stairs will of course actually be over there, as I was just explaining, but this is the entrance to the master bedroom. You won't see through it like this. This stud wall here is going to have all the cupboards and drawers and everything are going to be along this side. At the end of this space there'll be a dressing table, mirror, lights, etc. And then you'll come round this wall into the master bedroom, and really all that we want to have in here is the bed, some bedside tables, possibly a chair, I don't know, but we want to keep this as uncluttered as possible. And you can see from in here really lovely lights and trees and birds. You can always hear birds down in this end of the garden. So the guys are coming and they're going to be plasterboarding all of these roofs, all of these stud walls. You can see up there, there's mechanical ventilation. That's one of the vents I was talking about that's pumping fresh air into this room because it's a bedroom. Still got lots of offcut of insulation. My advice, don't throw it away until you've finished insulating everything, because you never know when you're going to need it. Now as we look to this side, we've got a pocket door here. Well, we haven't got a pocket door, we've got a pocket door frame. So that will hold a pocket door, that will be plasterboarded over that side, the door entrance will be there, and that will take you into our ensuite bathroom. Be a walk-in shower there, sink to this side, a bath here at an angle, sort of aiming from where I am towards the window, so it'll be a freestanding bath, and then over there in the far corner, a toilet. And that's ours. This stud wall here separates our ensuite from what will be Noriko's room. Now I haven't tidied this up much because this is the general wood cutting room at the moment. Quite nice, lots of light from the two windows. And let's come across here into Maya's room. Maya has quite a big room, which is great. She's really excited about that. But probably the most interesting feature is her roof. She's going to have a really interesting roof shape. More interesting than anybody else. She's got several different valleys and that here. And then also, as we promised to get a bit more light in here, because this is, I mean in the summer this is the south facing part of the house, but of course the chestnut tree, which hasn't got any leaves on it this time of the year, this will be full of leaves in the summer and will shade this room a bit. So we deliberately put a skylight in up here to make sure she's always got some natural light coming in. And of course she's also got this mezzanine area, which she can go up there, beanbags, read some books, got a couple of sockets up there so she can plug a light in. We'll obviously put a safety rail on, and it's a really nice space actually. I've sat up there myself resting for a bit after boarding the floor, and it's really nice. This is the entrance to her ensuite, so she'll have a sink here against the wall as you come through, toilet then in that corner. She also has a bath that will run at a sort of a diagonal angle, this section of the floor here. Don't know how to describe it, sort of running in along this line here. And then she has a large walk-in shower that will go there. Here's some of the mechanical ventilation ducts coming up. So that's her space. Yeah, she's really excited about moving in now. As we come out of her room, I'll just pause for a minute to let you see the view to the front door, and of course the roof here. Now this is why we've still got all that insulation board. Obviously for safety reasons, can't really get up here to insulate it at the moment. So all of this part of the roof is still uninsulated. This is just the roof structure. The black that you see is the back of the membrane, the waterproof membrane, and on the other side of that waterproof membrane are the battens with the slates on. So no insulation on this part yet. If we walk to the next section along, you can see this is the first stage of insulating the roof. 120mm PIR board gets wedged really tightly in between the rafters. Any gaps are filled with foam. This one will have to be done because you can see there was a bolt in there, so that will get filled with foam. Any gaps, this gap here, that will get filled with the expanding foam to make sure it's all airtight and insulated. And then the next step, after you've put the boards in between the rafters, is to put 40mm PIR board. That goes flat on, screwed in place, has an extra layer of insulation, an extra layer of air tightness, and obviously you know, it makes it all a lot neater for putting the plasterboard on. Now I've used 120 in there and 40 on here. I believe that's more than the building regs require, but I'm quite happy. The cost difference is tiny, so I was quite happy to just put a bit extra on just to make the insulation even better. So there we go, there's the oak frame a bit closer up. Door downstairs, and then there's this balcony that goes along. Really nice. Got another cupboard upstairs, and this will be a sort of an airing cupboard because this part of it will be a washer dryer standing on, you know, one will stand on top of the other. We've got a shared bathroom here, sort of for the two rooms, my study and Noriko's study. We need a bathroom. Obviously other people might use them as bedrooms, so this will be the shared bathroom for those two rooms. Can't really see a lot of what's going on in here, but there'll be a toilet in the far corner, sink as you come through the door just here, and then it's got a very large walk-in shower. It's not the biggest room, but it's plenty big enough, and obviously that shower, we've made sure that's really nice and roomy. And then we come into what is my room. So the window here, this is where I'll put my work desk, and then on the other side a window that looks out into the, that's actually a protected woodland on the other side of the hedge there, so that's a protected space, there'll be no building there. I guess the only other thing that's going on, can't easily show you, I'm not going to try and climb ladders. It's got a big trapdoor entrance point there. I decided to get large size loft ladders. I don't want to mess around, and I'm always banging my shoulders on the ones that in the old house. But up there's a bit of storage space. Also up there will be the water tank for the rainwater that's harvested. It'll get pumped into a tank here, and then that will feed the toilet here and the toilets downstairs for flushing. That's just to try and be a bit eco-friendly. And then as we come back into the master bedroom space here, I didn't show it before, but you can see another big loft ladder space here. This is for access to the mechanical ventilation system and that, but also quite a lot of space down there for storage. And if I turn this way, there's actually, you know, you can go that way, there's storage. You can go through a hole that's been cut. I don't know if I can show you, let me see if I can get this high enough. I don't know if you can see that grey coloured stone. No, it's a bit dark. Well, that grey coloured stone is a lintel stone above the gap that's been cut through. So the whole of this flat ceiling space here, you can see where I've boarded it. I haven't completely finished boarding it yet, but up there, that big metal box there, that's the mechanical ventilation, the main system. There's lots of other tubes and things up there, but that's also a good space for storage. Be able to get all those Christmas trees and things that you don't need often up there. And that, I think, is everything that I can show you. Just wanted to do a walk around and let you see everything. Probably the next time I do this, there'll be plasterboard covering all these walls, so it will look a lot more like a real, proper house. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching this far. I hope you've enjoyed the time-lapse videos and the other video footage. And you probably won't hear my voice again in another video until maybe the very end, because, as I say, I really hate putting my voice on videos. But from Chestnut Garden, I wish you all well.